Hi, and welcome.
I'm Z,
And I'm Keith.
and we're going to tell you about the movie that we just watched. But first, a little bit of a heads up.
Some of the movies we watch deal with heavy subject matters.
In order to talk about these emotionally delicate things and the heavy subject matters that we sometimes cover, we add humor and crude language to add some levity and to process our own trauma.
If that doesn't feel fun or safe for you, we completely understand. Please take care of yourself first and foremost.
And we spoil the end of pretty much every movie that we watch.
Now you know. On with the show. Der Rosenkrieg.
It's based on a book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Of the same name.
Yep. Both referencing a dynastic conflict in England from the 1400s between the Yorks and the Lancasters, which doesn't sound anything like Starks and Lannisters.
Nope.
Not for nothing. Just noticing.
You're right. Yeah, I started to read that trivia entry and then my eyes glazed over and
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah. It said 1400 and I was like, I'm so tired. I can't
No, same.
think. It hurts my eyes and my head.
It was called that because one family's crest was a red rose and the other was a white rose.
Oh, wow.
And they're not actually different families. They're just two branches of the same family because it's British royalty.
Yeah.
So
Because it's white people doing white people shit. Aspects of this movie there were like aspects of the movie that I liked in a way that I was like, oh, I feel like this would not ever be in a movie now.
can make it today.
No, I don't mean it like that. But like the fact that all the trinkets and stuff, like he was just as like all the stuff in the house meant just as much to him.
Okay.
And so he would, like, if she destroyed something, he wasn't like, but like, I feel like nowadays it'd be like girls like to homemake and boys like business. So it would be like his like insistence on, I mean, like they would hurt things in the house. They would damage things in the house to hurt each other. Mm-hmm. But like, it's because like, but it was like, it didn't matter what thing it was. They both felt the same way about the things in the house, not just the house, the things inside of it. Mm-hmm. So that was something that I thought was really interesting, that like she was like destroying like, trinkets and he was like losing his shit over it. And he ended up,
they were collectibles. They were very valuable.
No, I know that, but like he was like, in the one scene, like when she's like destroying everything, they're all in his room because he was afraid she was going to destroy them. And I'm like, oh wow, that's really interesting, because I feel like that's something that a straight man, I should say, would not be able. We would see this in a comedy about two gay men arguing.
Comedy about gay men arguing. Those words don't make sense together.
I know. I'm sorry. But also the fact that he was pretty insistent on like how much he loved her and wanted to work things out, and she was the one that was like, I literally just don't have feelings for you. And I don't.
Thank Christ. Up until the last scene, I was scared they were gonna.
Yeah, well, I knew they weren't, because the trivia said that the studio was pushing really hard for them to have some sort of resolution in the end, make it not like so. And Danny DeVito was like, fuck no, I'm absolutely not going to be doing that. Because they were like, oh, they said like foreign audiences don't like.
Yeah, the market research
Yeah.
said they don't like downbeat endings.
Yeah, and he said, well, they don't like dishonesty either.
Yeah.
And it would, and so I'm not. And I was like, oh, that's pretty.
Apparently he said that during, oh no, I guess that was a different quote. One of the trivia entries is a quote from him talking to Bobby Wagant.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I liked that it was him and not her. Like she wasn't.
Yeah.
Those were things that I like. And he's at like the whole time. He's just like, what if we worked things out? Like, what if? He's like, I love you and I want to work it out. How about that?
I wouldn't say the whole
like,
time. When she first, there's a period from when she first says, I was scared because I felt happy that I thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Until there's a good chunk where he's this pure rage, I feel like.
Well, yeah, but I think like they're like when she's like, I was happy because I thought you were dead, and he like leaves the room, but he comes back and he's like, you owe me an apology because I was really sucky.
Right.
Like, so it's like he's just like, all right, well, how are we gonna work this out? Where you're, because you're being really mean to me, and she's like, yeah, because I don't actually want to be married to you, and he's like, boy, that's mean. You should probably think about rephrase
How that makes me feel.
yeah. But not necessarily the whole time, but like he's always like, if there seems to be a moment where she's like nice, he's like, truce, it's over, we're back together.
Right, which is interesting to me because I'm sure this was a movie at the time. People were like, women react this way and men react this way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's true along certain lines, but like,
sure.
I felt like it was very careful, and I don't know if this is reflective of the novel or what, but like, nothing she does, she's always, there's moments where it's just like, seems like it's a free-for-all.
Yeah.
But I also feel like she's really only doing things when he doesn't, because she has no other choice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it's they even reference this at one point. I think he says it to Gavin or whatever. He's like, if I was the kind of person to keep score. But she only does shit to him when he does something. What she's asking for is not actually unreasonable.
No.
It's fine that he has feelings about it, like any
for sure.
breakup, right?
Yes.
But when it comes to splitting things up or like how they go about, how they proceed, he won't budge, and so she has to escalate.
Yes.
Because anyway. I don't see any parallels with global politics.
I think the things that didn't seem to make it work for me was that they never seemed like to be a nice couple.
Yeah.
So,
and it's also, they have no history before they meet. So they aren't people before the relationship.
Right. Yeah. And
their meet cute is not cute.
Yeah.
IMO. First of all, you're on Nantucket. Second, you're at an auction.
Yeah, an estate auction.
You know how much it's worth?
Well, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to sell it.
$250.
Well, guess I have a good eye. I got to get your last ferry.
Wait a minute, let me carry that for you. Here, put this on.
Oh, I love the rain.
Oh, God, I love it too. I know what you're thinking. Harvard Law, woo. But I got a scholarship. I'm not rich or anything. I'm brilliant. What about you?
I'm not rich or brilliant.
Where are you going to school?
Madison. I got a scholarship too, gymnastics.
Yeah, it's definitely like
But I was very surprised. I found the characters very relatable.
yeah, I think that's something where I it's like this is where straight people
Shine.
stop making sense to me. Where it's like, you know, I think like to some, I don't know, like I'm sure the book explains it differently. I didn't say better, I just said differently. But like she, in so many ways, like is just a housewife, you know, until he sort of pushes her to become more than a housewife. And then when that happens,
He gets pissed.
he doesn't like that, you know, I mean, he's like, he kind of still wants to take over. He's like, I'll read your deal for you. I'll do it. And she's done at that point because he's shown over and over and over again that he doesn't take her seriously.
Right.
He doesn't take the things she does seriously. He doesn't take her seriously. He doesn't want her doing these things. And then the moment she starts to become her own person, he's like, why are you doing this? And she's like, yeah, actually, I don't want you to. And I think the incident where he thinks he's having a heart attack, I think that one's kind of interesting because it does paint her as very cruel. But she's saying how she called and they told her he was fine.
Right.
And he's like, but like in that context, I'm like, yeah, like she wouldn't have to worry anymore. You know what I mean? Like he thought he was having a heart attack. He thought he was dying. And the doctor's like, you just had like really bad indigestion, basically. And when she called, they told her that.
Right.
So she was like, but everybody was like mad at her because she didn't like stop the presses for the fact that he was.
Well, he was mad at her.
No, the kids too. They're like, you should have called us. You should have told us.
Oh, you
And
should have
she's
told
like,
us that he was.
yeah. And she's
Something
like,
happened. Yeah.
I didn't. And she says, I didn't want to worry you.
Right.
And then Susan says, I'm sure your mother didn't want to worry you. And they calm down.
I can't believe you didn't call us at school, Mother.
I didn't see any point in alarming you until there was something to be alarmed about.
Your mother didn't want to disturb anybody today.
Yeah, well, you still should have called.
You should have.
I'm sure your mother didn't want to worry you needlessly. The important thing is your father is alive.
And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting thing where like
Yeah.
this is something where like he's insisted on bringing her in to fill the role of her.
Right.
And then,
When she's
yeah,
not the homemaker.
yeah, because she didn't want to not be a homemaker and he basically forced her to like take her job more seriously. And then when she does, it's like she's punished at all ends. But at the same time, like she's never given autonomy outside of it, outside of the relationship or the marriage or being a mom. And I understand that would cause anger, but that's not what we're told she's angry about. You know, we're told she just wants the house because she put so much effort into it. And I'm like, and he wants the house because she did it, she made it for him. So he, you know,
Yeah.
feel whatever. And like she's asking for like no alimony,
Yeah.
nothing basically. He's just going to support the kids and for the next year until they're adults. And that's all she's asking for. And he won't even give her the house because he feels like it belongs to him when she has nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's just like, honestly, I can't imagine caring about a house that much.
Oh, I can't imagine any part of this situation.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I don't know. Like, this is a thing about, like, this is where, like, white queers can get, well, I shouldn't say queers, white gays can get a little bit, like, I can get a little bit, like, we can't relate to each other because, like, they'll be like, oh, I want the gay version of this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, why? You're gay, you don't have to do that.
Don't ask, don't tell. I was just thinking about that. Why do you want to be in the military?
Right. Like, I mean, I understand that a little bit because that in the past, I mean, because there's the machismo, I need to show that I'm a real man. And then you join the military and you realize that being around a bunch of men doesn't keep you from being gay. Being around a bunch of being a machismo man around a bunch of other machismo men isn't going to stop your gayness. Isn't going to make you less gay somehow.
Oh, so
Like, so
why is this an argument for gays in the military?
I'm saying I understand the draw of that for,
But it sounds like you're talking about as a cure for homosexuality.
no, I mean like that thing of like, I'm talking about in the past, like the 50s, 60s, 70s, this sort of like men are men and women are women. And there's like this like expectation of like performing your gender in a certain way. And like the military is part of that. So you join the military in your mind because
Are
a lot
you
of
gay?
Yes.
Okay.
But you are either closeted or not out.
Okay,
Because you would
so-
have to be in the past, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
A lot of people weren't openly gay because they couldn't be openly gay. So
Yes.
I understand joining the military because it's a great cover for that.
So you can be gay.
Well, no, I'm not talking about so secretly you can fuck all the other soldiers. I'm talking about like gym bros now. Like people equate the gym with machismo,
Right,
with
but that-
maleness. But like, and
That
so a lot of
seems like a counter argument to allowing open gays in the military.
I'm not talking about allowing open gays in the military.
Okay, that's what I was talking about.
You
so I
said don't
know.
ask, don't tell.
Yeah, I said, why do you want to be in the military?
And I am saying I get it
And
in
open.
the past.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, not openly gay.
Okay.
What the fucking shit? I don't know what's going on. What did you mean by it?
I guess where my brain went was, I want the straight version. When you were talking about like a lifestyle, you know,
You want the straight version? Sorry.
talking about white gays who say, I want the gay version of a straight
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
So nothing different except that we've got same gender partners.
Right. Right, which is what I mean by a lot of times that sort of mentality goes hand in hand with people obsessing over the military or being like, oh, love America, like a lot of patriotism, a lot of like nationalism, a lot of like,
Right.
you know,
And I guess
I'm a proud American. I just happen to be gay. I'm just like your dad. I'm just like your husband, only I'm gay. And it's like, okay, what?
right, you
no.
just want to be a regular American.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Right. And all I meant was I don't relate to that,
Yeah. No, yeah.
any of that, because
Yeah.
I don't want any of that.
Yes.
And including if you're gay and you want to be in the military, I don't care that you're gay.
Yeah.
You don't get any kind of
Yeah.
you've sacrificed any kind of
Right. It's
relative
yeah.
underprivileged
Yeah.
status.
It's like
Which-
being a gay cop. Like,
Yeah.
cool. You're still a bad person.
Oh, yeah.
But what I was meaning by I understand isn't like it makes like I get it or like I feel for this. I mean, like, I understand why that mentality happens because people are like, this is what you do. This is what men do. They join the military. I'm just a regular guy. I just happen to be gay. And it's like,
there's plenty of hyper masculine gay men. Like
yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
I'm not even commenting on that.
No, yeah. And like, there's tons of gay men. I mean, I think, oh God, what was that? It's the one we watched where it's just that guy's birthday from the 60s, just a bunch of gay guys.
Oh, Boys in the Band.
Yeah, Boys in the Band. Like, that did a great job of, like, it's from the fucking 60s.
Yeah.
Showing you, like, the vast diversity of, like, gay men in the 60s. How some of them are very campy and, you know, very merry, and others are dudes, just men who seem like just straight men, and some of them are married to women and shit like that, and like there's nothing gay about them other than they are gay.
Other than they have sex with men.
Exactly. And so like, but
There's
that's
nothing queer about them.
Yeah, correct. There's nothing queer about them. They're just, but like, yeah, it's that thing of like straight. It feels like straight people don't ever question anything.
Correct.
I mean, sure, of course, there's some straight people out there who have done things or experimented, and they're like, no, I know I'm straight because I've asked myself these questions. I've done that. But that's so rare, you know? And like,
Turns out.
And of course there's people who are in like straight relationships who are bisexual or whatever, but no one knows that. Sure. But I'm talking about like people that are like, I'm straight, I'm married, I have a house, I have a kid, I'm straight, I'm married, I have a house, I have a kid, and like, you're like, what do you do? And they're like, well, I work. What's your life? Well, I'm married. No, but like, who are you? And they're like, well, I'm a wife and a mother. No. What? Well, I love what I do. Okay. That's so cool. You're not telling me you're a human being though. Like and it's that like weird sort of.
I raise Irish wolfhounds. I mean huskies. Remember Kiernan? That's what I was thinking of.
Kiernan. Yeah.
Or is it Kieran?
Kiernan. Kiernan is a...
Calkin.
Kiernan is an amalgam for Keith of just... Yeah, we talk about Kiernan, but...
You know what it's based on? You know what I...
What?
Superficially... Based on, like the voice or whatever, it's the I make ukuleles.
Yeah. Biodegradable ukuleles.
My name's Kieran.
Yep.
I breed huskies.
Yep. And that's what. So Kiernan's not necessarily real, but isn't he? So
I'm an amalgam. Remember Parenthood?
I do remember Parenthood.
It's gonna be a rough month. I don't know how to.
I think it's from here on out. I think it's looking up. Yeah. Really, really sad that we probably won't be able to do intimate relations.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It would be great.
I'm sure it would.
No, it's a crazy.
You know what I thought of and didn't bring up. Because I didn't think I could actually watch it, was Spanking the Monkey.
Oh, God. Never seen it.
Oh.
It smells so good. Mel. Good.
I feel like this is what you were pointing at. It's not just the identity politics. I mean, it is and it isn't. But the, like, here we, sorry guys, got radicalized, and so everything's about global
Yeah.
intifada. But here we are in the imperial core, and here's some people in the upper middle class or whatever. And they can't imagine, like,
Yeah.
that's the setting of the movie. But where it overlaps with my personal experience, and I think you will relate to this, is being around the whites. Then it's not only whites, right? Like, it doesn't matter. It's that you're born into this tract. A tract?
Track.
A tract is a piece of writing.
Oh. Well, what about
Like
urinary tract?
Huh?
Urinary tract. A tract.
Okay. Is it?
Right.
It's got a T?
Tract. Yes.
Okay.
Urinary. Yes.
All right. Anyway. Listener, fellas, you do the spelling.
Yeah. Path.
You're born into a dominant culture that needs the idea. This is the thing. People are committed to an ideal of like a family and a lifestyle that probably doesn't even actually exist.
Yeah. For sure.
And you're so committed to that you can't imagine to give up your commitment, your unconscious commitment to that way of being.
Yeah.
Is outside of your realm of so you're just not. It feels impossible. It feels like you will risk everything.
Yeah.
Whatever all the threats are that are built in.
Right. Yeah.
That's very vague and abstract, and never mind. I'm not articulating that.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean, like, it's ever increasingly difficult to empathize, quote, with people who have excess.
Yep.
Who are determined to keep that excess.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's meant to be one of the, like,
Yeah.
It's easy to read into the tone of the movie that there is some.
Yeah.
Especially it being at the end of the 80s when this came out.
Yeah. Right.
And,
right.
Like, I guess in the book, one of the things, the dog is called Benny, right?
Mm-mm.
I guess in the cat's never named in the movie.
Okay.
In the book, the dog is named Benz, and the cat is named Mercedes.
Yeah.
But it feels very, I mean, like, this might as well be Wuthering Heights, as far as, the drama, the real, capital R realism drama of, upper class relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is it's called Where the Roses, and referring to something from the Middle Ages.
Withering Roses. Wuthering Roses.
Oh my God.
I can't tell if that is 30 seconds away from beeping.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
I guess. I feel like it is, but that's why I was like staring, because I was like, am I? And
has it been 12 minutes?
Right, yeah. I'm like, what? I'm so confused. Maybe it's just been 2. Maybe it's 10. It smells so good, though. I'm so hungry.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
2.
2 hours. Probably
Probably
maybe
8.
even 3. No, it's hard to give a shit about them. I kept thinking that I felt like, what's her name? Kathy
Bates.
Bates? Is it? No,
Kathy, what are you talking
in the
about? Who are
movie?
you
What's her
talking
name?
about?
What's her name in the movie?
Who?
The female woman in the movie.
Barbara Rose?
Yeah, but I mean like IRL.
Kathleen
Turner?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I kept thinking like she looks really good. Like I feel like she looked so good in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that was I felt so weird about that. Because I didn't feel like she shouldn't look this good. I was just like, I felt like they weren't doing anything with it. Like she's so like pretty and she looks so young, and you know, like the whole thing is like she has like all this agility and she's like,
yeah.
And I was like, that's just it?
Yeah.
She's just
Because she's
attractive, youthful, and has like so much going for her. And the only thing, like, there's no men who are attracted to her. There's no jealousy. There's nothing like that that's happening. And I was just like, this is kind of weird because the way, like, I don't know. I guess it felt weird because it was like, there's no like it was like there was no life for her outside of motherhood.
Well, she gets her business eventually, right?
No, I know that, but I mean like she literally dies like in that house.
Yeah.
And it's just like it was just so weird. It was just such a weird thing where I was like, what was the point of making her like, they don't make her, I don't know. It just felt, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like the way they made her look wasn't, they never aged her.
Mm-hmm.
They never made her look
right.
older. They never did anything. And then it was like,
a series of hair pieces that they make Michael Douglas go through.
Yeah. Like terribly unfortunate, like way that they make him look throughout the movie. And I found him very unlikable. But I found
nothing
her
likable about him at all.
But her too.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, where I understand the idea of an anti-hero, but this is just like anti-people. Like, I don't care about. I wasn't rooting for either of them.
No.
And I'm like, what are? I mean,
well, like I said, I think the interesting thing is the dynamic of the escalation.
Yeah. Like
I'm not saying that's intentional. Well, I do think it's intentional to a certain degree, but I only find it interesting thinking about it outside of a heteronormative upper class relationship. You know, like
yeah. Like
I don't care what, if anything, it says about men and women or
yeah.
relationships.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was like, once he pees on her fish.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that to me solid, because to me, up until that point,
yeah,
they were infighting, and that was something that he did that literally sabotaged her entire career.
Right, potentially.
And I'm like, that's not the same.
Yeah, that's not petty. It is petty, but like...
Yeah, that's not you're not fighting over the house at this point.
Right. And that's what I mean. That's why it's interesting. She never does anything on that level.
Yeah. She like runs over his car.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but like, I was like, good.
Yeah, absolutely.
He kills her cat.
Oh yeah. Well, that's an accident.
It's an accident, but like, he tells her that it's her fault because she wouldn't give him her pills.
Sleeping pills, yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so crazy. And so
I think that's the only interesting part about it.
Okay.
I mean, to me.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could argue that when she locks him in the sauna or whatever, that's
Yeah, she does lock him in-
disproportionate.
Yeah,
But
that's it's right after he tells her that he killed her cat and says it was your fault because you wouldn't give me sleeping pills.
oh yeah, so
And
fine.
she's like, yeah. And then he ruins her dinner.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
for the Trekkies, yeah, Mr.
Mr. Stratego.
Stratagem, wherever the game is that
They do with
Data
their
plays,
fingers. Yeah.
or when they're doing war games, and
Yeah.
A family tiff seems to be developing. I don't know if we should leave, but I definitely advise skipping the fish course.
that guy. He's also on DS9 as
Oh yeah.
he's just some Bajoran that Kira talks to on a little screen.
That's right.
I can't remember if it's the virus one,
Yeah, I can't
the
remember. either.
phasic virus one,
Yeah.
or what? That guy's at the dinner party.
Yeah.
During which Oliver Rose pisses on the fish. Everything okay?
Oh yeah, I was just it's fine. There's nothing went on. It's just you started I was looking at it. You started talking, so the line went all the way, and I was like, "What's it doing?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's listening to us.
Being a being a
It's
recorder.
doing its job."
No, I wouldn't recommend it. It does. It's. I was commenting during the movie. There are some interesting cinematic things, like some
Oh yeah,
interesting
it
shots.
is. I do think it's shot really well.
Yeah,
I do think.
Danny Vito, not a bad director.
No, not at all.
And
yeah,
it's got the interesting, potentially interesting device of it's all being told by
right.
the lawyer, Danny DeVito's character.
Yeah,
I don't think it really pays off or does anything because it's
No.
just like he's telling a guy not to get divorced.
basically, yeah. Whoop-de shit. Also, I truly think that's a horrible thing.
It's a horrible takeaway.
Well, it's a horrible device to be like, wouldn't you rather work it out with someone that you don't want to be? Honestly, me personally, I think that if you start questioning whether you want to be with someone, you probably don't want to be with them.
Yeah.
And like that's a hard truth. That's a hard thing,
Sure.
you know, and that's something you have to come to terms with on your own. But like I don't think that if you have
Rather than it be an examination of the trappings of heteronormativity, and the false promises of a capitalist society,
Yeah, right.
where you were told that if you have a home and a family and a partner, that you're going to
right.
be happy for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Instead of examining that, it's like just stay married. Just
Yeah,
Grit your
exactly.
teeth and don't
Right.
risk being held hostage by your abusive husband.
Well, did you read in the trivia that some
It
dude
inspired real life events. Go figure.
Yeah, some guy became obsessed with this movie and then tried to play it out.
Yep.
Cool.
And then was sentenced to 70 years in prison, thankfully.
Yeah,
I mean, thankfully in the sense that
he ain't
there
out.
ought to be
Yeah, some
consequences.
Yeah, it's the only consequences we have in this hellscape of a world.
Well, vigilante justice.
I say,
Always a possibility.
yeah, but do we have that?
I mean, it's possible. Anybody can go and...
No, but I'm saying that's why you're saying thankfully, because it's all we've got in this. It's all. I'm not talking about hypotheticals. I'm talking about factuals.
I would have said thankfully if someone, the wife, for example, also just beat him to death or something.
Correct. But that's a hypothetical. And I'm saying, you're saying thankfully not because you're like, I love prison.
Correct.
But because in that's it for what we have in terms of, I know that vigilantism
Yes.
exists
I hear
in
what
a
you're saying. I hear what
hypothetical.
you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. Because also in a hypothetical, we can end capitalism and we could do
No. But it's... Okay.
I'm saying I've never heard of a vigilante actually doing anything. I've never heard of it. Of like
Okay, well, I'm
actual
okay.
vigilantism.
All I meant is extra judicial system. That includes things as like restorative justice, which you can do without a legal frame, the existing legal framework. People working out in between each other. A vigilante is all I mean is like the guy who shot thugs on the Bernie Getz, the subway vigilante, shot some people on a New York subway because they were criminals. But I mean, that's not a good example. But I mean, like, anyone can go and get.
No, I know that. I know what vigilantism is. What I'm saying, why I'm calling it a hypothetical, is because I've not heard a story of vigilantism in my lifetime. Of it.
That isn't punished, you mean? Okay. What about Luigi?
You think that's vigilantism?
I would consider it as such, yeah.
Okay. I don't consider
I'm
it.
including it in that. Why not?
Because he was
Too impersonal? Too indirect?
Yeah. It's more to me it's like more exampleism. He was making an example of this and not going after someone who had specifically like to me, I think of vigilantism as more community based. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can otherwise it can get really, you can say that someone like went to another country, tracked someone down and killed them because they were being a vigilante. And like to me that's just killing someone.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Whatever. This is what I mean. This is why I'm saying we're not talking about hypotheticals because I think vigilantism is something that is not as defined.
Clearly we disagree about the definition of it.
Yes.
I'll just say anyone can go and get revenge, let's say.
I know that. I'm not disagreeing with anything in that regard. I was simply saying
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't recommend the movie either. Cause I think if you want to see like interesting like like it was shot interestingly, it looks really interesting. I really did like a lot of the decor, the way that it was very interesting looking to me. Look, it was so soft. Like there was so much pink, there was so much, it looked so like such a soft and to me that was like cuz they make it says that like she created the house specifically to make him like it was her vision, but she chose every single piece painstakingly because she knew he would enjoy it. And the way the house looks is so soft and feminine. That's something that I find very interesting.
I see.
And so like there's like aspects like that I think are really like maybe like saying something, whether intentional or not. They're stating something of like she's more callous, he's the one like rooting for the relationship, basically like there are aspects like that of like not quite fitting into the gender norms of what you would expect something like that to be. But it's so overshadowed with how horrible they are to each other, how there seemingly isn't any chemistry. Like I didn't want them to work it out. I wasn't hoping that they would. No. I didn't give a shit about their kids or their anything.
No, it's like it's also that we get their meeting, which again, not cute.
Yeah.
She basically is a manic pixie, that he chases onto the ferry, or whatever.
Yeah.
The very next scene is how 5 years later or however many years later, where he's a shitty dad already. And she's working. And she's a waitress,
and he's picking apart like stuff that she does to make their life sweet.
Right.
Like she makes a star and he's like, looks like shit.
Right.
Okay.
She buys him a car,
Yep. Yeah.
a collectible roadster, when they have 2 kids.
I know. I'm like, what? Why are you doing that?
Yeah. So at the beginning, she just seems flighty.
Well, in the beginning,
Kind of.
it does seem like she is doing everything specifically to make him happy at the expense of herself.
Right.
And even their kids to some
But not
extent.
in a sympathetic way.
No, not in a sympathetic way. But then when she's like, oh, I've done everything for you and I'm done.
Yeah.
She's like, I want the house. And he's like, but you made it for me, so I want it.
Right.
And like all of the arguing is like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to care about. You don't have a relationship.
Correct.
You just made yourself into his wife. And now that your kids are going to college and you don't have anything going for you, and the one thing that you're doing that's giving you autonomy is making you hate your husband enough that you don't want to be married to him anymore. Like, okay. Cool. Like it's weird. And I don't agree with the whole like passion thing that hetero people always talk about. Like the more you argue, the better sex you're going to have. Like the more you hate each other, the more it's going to be explosive and stuff like that. Or like the more you love each other, the more that you end up hating each other in the end. And it's like,
Yeah, they don't.
they don't quite do that in this movie.
Right.
Which I was grateful for, but it seems like that's the implication, is that they hate each other so much because of how deep their love went. And I'm like, I never saw that part though.
No, and that's how it is. It's usually like,
You hate each other not because your love was so deep and unique. You hate each other because you recognize that you didn't have anything. Like
I think about a lot. Or it comes up in my brain a lot. I'll say, I don't think about it because I don't want to like rewatch it or whatever. But the relationship in Big Little Lies with Nicole Kidman and Skarsgård is an interesting examination of that. I feel like potentially
like I think that's
I
like,
don't think it's necessarily done good or well, but
no, but it's
sort of
done better than this. You know, like there's a lot of, I think, you know, because when she's going to therapy, and it's like she didn't understand, you know, like you get to a point where you don't know the difference between, you know.
Right, which is how I think it works for, I don't know if it works that way for a lot of people, but it would make sense to me if that were the case.
Right, yeah. A lot of people aren't, well, a lot of cis het people on both sides, like women aren't taught how to sexually autonomize themselves outside of, and this is going to sound shitty, but outside of being a victim.
Right.
And men aren't taught to,
which isn't really autonomy.
It's not autonomy, but it's it's
an identity, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like that's the only way they choose to try to take their autonomy is through being victimized or seeing themselves as a victim. I know that sounds shitty, but I would be happy to explain more about that. Like, but I'm sure people are sick of hearing swerve tirades from me. But and men aren't taught that women actually have sexual autonomy.
Right.
Outside of like, well, no, yeah, it's like women come just from penetration. Women don't like sex. So when they do it, you don't have to focus on them because they're not going to like it anyway. So they're not the focus of the sex. So you have to do a bunch of things to get them to want to have sex with you. That ends up making you annoyed with them, that you have to do so much to make them want to have sex with you because they don't like it, instead of seeing it as like it's something actually, like when you have a partner that you actually have great sex with, it's a different experience than being with a partner who's having sex with you out of obligation. Ask me how I know that.
How do you know that?
because I've experienced it.
First I've heard of it.
And it's different when you have a partner that gives a shit about your pleasure than you do having a partner that thinks that your pleasure is a chore.
Yeah.
But like, and people don't see that like sex in a relationship is often the outcome of other aspects of your relationship being good or bad, right? You
You're
don't want to have sex with your partner when they're emotionally abusive or they're they
there's
don't
also-
care, they don't do any, like there's aspects of a relationship that's going to make you want your partner, that's going to make you, and a lot of that is your partner seeing you as a whole person, treating you like you aren't just a factory that's supposed to produce cleaning supplies and children, you know what I mean? Like, and
or well-being.
yeah,
Like
right, yeah. And like there's just so much that is tied into liking your partner, like that is ignored by straight people.
Absolutely. And there's like, I feel like this is the liberated version is we just met and we had great sex.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a good basis for a
Right.
relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of what this
Yeah.
movie does.
Yeah.
This is either going to be really romantic or I'm a giant slut.
Honestly, why are you afraid of being a giant slut?
She doesn't necessarily say she's afraid of it.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh, on account of the stigma? Social stigma?
Nature was calling, and there just was no more stalling. So we cruised into a bed, and the women down there heard my friend say, I have just but one wish. And when I said what said, he said, please piss on the fish. Piss on the fish, that is my only wish.
You do the spelling.